Safe and Civil Schools is delighted to be sponsoring this conference, and myself and my colleagues have been doing this for quite some time now. This is the incredible privilege of being our 17th year here in Oregon of holding a summer conference. We're launching a concept of 90% thresholds, that there are certain things that you can look at which if you are below 90%, you need to work actively on universal prevention and intervention. And if you're above 90%, it doesn't mean you've hit the goal, it means that you can do more targeted and intensive kind of work. The remarkable thing about the degree to which communities have embraced this work is it works across the range of socioeconomic strata that we might serve. It works across the range of different racial, ethnic groups that we might serve. I think what all of us are about are trying to make your school be the perfect place for the great, vast range of children that you serve. If you don't like the behavior of a group or of an individual kid, do something differently about the setting that surrounds that kid and see if you'll have a positive impact. Make your expectations absolutely clear so there are no hidden norms, and be completely respectful when you have to correct violations of those expectations, and be very, very positive and joyful when you're encouraging the positive aspects of those. But we are going to talk about bridging the gap between vision and the current reality, and that has to be through implementation of good practices. We've known what those practices are for well over 40 years, folks. How do we get it to happen? First, you say to yourself what you would be, then you do what you have to do. Our responsibility is to do everything in our power to help adults create environments for children that are emotionally and physically safe and that foster independence, integrity, confidence, self-control, kindness, literacy, and responsibility in those children. Bridging between vision and implementation, I think, requires some measurable objectives, and here's where this 90% threshold comes in. So if it's above 90%, we need to protect it. We need to maintain those universal, but we also need to have to stretch out and grow for those children with the most significant challenges. How can we adapt these procedures, targeted and intensive interventions? But anytime we're below 90% on these, we need to be thinking about what are we doing at a universal level? What are we doing with all of our staff, with all of our kids? If our goal is every student empowered with the skills to stay focused, persevere, and achieve mastery, and if the Epictetus quote says, first you say to yourself what you would be, well, your mission statement of your school says what you would be, and it probably says something about all students and every child, or every child. And that can't just be words on paper. That has to be what we're about.